now that I have the main part of the logo done, I'm gonna actually fix it up a little bit. See, I've turned this into curves now. So if I were to make it smaller, it would shrink at these two edges. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into the shape tool and select the nodes. Now these nodes are what make up the two curves in the line, and then these two sides. And I'm just gonna use my shift key, my arrow key, and bump them down a little bit. So everything stays the same, and I'm able to move the claw, the box, smaller and closer to the resumes. And I could even bump each side in a little bit. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go 3 on that side. The keys and shift. 1, 2, 3 on that side. And I still think it could be bumped down a little bit more. Let's do 4 there. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and group that, and then duplicate it, put it off to the side. So any further changes we make to this, we could always go back to our reference. Now I'm going to go ahead and block that little passageway with my line tool. And combine it with the background. Oh, that's all grouped, I forgot. Excellent. Now, these are still colored, they're not transparent. So let's go ahead and make these lines transparent so this image can be placed over anything, over any color, and everything will shine through all the white. So let's start by ungrouping this all. So we have our, oh, still ungroup that. Let's ungroup that as well. Okay. Now, since these are objects and this an object, we can do just a simple back minus front, but we have the background of this still there. So let's go ahead. Actually, before I take this a step further, I'm going to save it as claw logo in the folder. It's good to save throughout your work just in case anything happens, like a power outage or your computer decides to freeze up on you. It's good to save, every minute or two, especially if you do something wrong and you could just revert back to your saved file. So now that we have that, we want to make these lines clear, see-through. So in order to do that, let's copy these lines right here. And let's go ahead and select these two and do a back minus front. So what that left us with is the lines cut through the other ones. So if we were to paste it over and cut through the main resume, we have just this one blocking our view. So let's go ahead and reverse that and cut through this resume also, back minus front. Paste it one more time and do our main resume, and we will have a clear background. To show this, I'm going to create a blue rectangle, arrange, changing the order of the object. I'm going to send it to the back of page, and I'm going to just expand it back there. So we have our lines cutting through. These are still here, so let's select them and cut them through that one as well. So now that we have a clear background in this entire logo.